Can you piss in this bottle quick before we pull up? Because I might,
I
might wet myself because I'll be nervous, you know.
Yeah. Especially tongue flippy.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
I might wet myself with other stuff, but it's okay. Oh my god. Flippy.
Oh, I'm going. Come on, say, give me 1 second. If he heard that, he's no way coming near us with any fucking offer. He's out. He's out. He's gone.
He's out. No, I think he would like it.
Think he would? Maybe we can add that in the deal. I could give you 1 second.
I think he'd like it.
If we can't do this when he pulls up.
What?
Oh, we can't.
He went to go sleep because he's like, I need to think of a wet dream before I see you guys.
Oh, he didn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't.
I bet she did.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. He blamed it on the oil rig, but I know what he wanted.
What did he want?
He wanted to hear my voice again.
Oh my god,
Rotted. You know what you should do? You should sit on the ground with like your hands leaning on the car, or like your back leaning on the car. Yeah.
Why? It looks like
You're getting ready.
we're ready for what? Oh my god.
I'm gonna work out a little bit.
But no!
I just want to work out.
Oh.
I said to work out.
Oh my god. Oh,
we should work out. You can do sit-ups, I'll do push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Entirety of fucking Hydra.
Yo, what's up, dudes?
What's good? Ooh, the whole familia, eh?
Yo.
Yo.
Wagwan. What's good, everyone?
Hello.
How's the rig?
Oh, look, it was good, man. It was good.
Come on.
Yeah, Nico, we're gonna talk after this.
Denzel, you got this.
Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah.
Right, bro. So basically, we spoke to the Ballas. As you know, there's a lab that we share with them currently. They pretty much said that they're happy to be bought out of their share. If that's something you guys would be interested in, they want to know what you'd offer to buy 50%. So they're not looking for kind of like a full lab amount, but obviously that depends on what you guys value a lab at, you know, in comparison to what they value a lab at.
So they want us to buy them out.
Yes.
They didn't throw any offers on any numbers at you guys?
They said, I mean, he said, so basically you have to go back and speak to his boys, but he said he'd take 7 million with no questions asked, but I mean, even I know that's insanely steep for 50% of a lab. So it depends, you know, I suppose what you guys value a lab at and what you'd be willing to offer.
Oh, you guys should be happy to get anything. Why the fuck are they asking for 7 mil? They're not even cooking it, right?
Obviously, it was something that we.
I mean, you guys got it together. Don't get me wrong. That's why I'm not telling you to go snake them or anything like that. But like,
no, 7 was crazy. Like, absolutely, I agree. Absolutely, it's crazy.
Nah, that's a stupid amount. I think, yeah, I think they'd be willing to negotiate a lot because I think that's just like a YOLO price, you know.
I think that was pretty much a price to which he'd have agreed to without even talking to the rest of the ballers. You know what I mean? That was kind of what he said there. But after that, they came back and they did, like they said that they'd rather sell their share than actually kind of go into kind of a freeway thing. And I said, I mean, you'll probably be looking at, you know, less than 7, if not around the half of 7, you know?
yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think
it's way too much.
7 is a lot.
No, I mean, it's
What
like,
would-
yeah, what would you
something
offer?
be
Yeah, like I said,
you
what would...
guys
Especially
offering?
for 50%.
Yeah.
Even like everything considered, they know where it is. Like you guys have permanent rust as well. They know where the lab is and all this stuff. It's like
Do they
there's so
know
many
the-
risks to pay that much.
Oh, no, absolutely, like I say. And that's why it was pretty much, you know, Rust won't leave it alone. They know where it is. Obviously, the location isn't premium. Like I said, we're aware of that. And like I said, we haven't valued the lab at 14 mil. You know what I mean? Like, we know it's not worth that much. But it's pretty much, I mean, what would you see fit as an offer for 50%?
What do you mean by Rust won't leave it alone?
Russ is trying to take out the
yeah,
lab. They're like capping the spot on shit.
Yeah, like
So
cameras on
a
every
lab, a lab
cameras
that's
on
constantly
yeah.
being hunted down, and they think 7 mil is. They're looking at 3.5 at best.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I don't think that's something that they're willing to negotiate. You know, I mean, by all means, I can call Taylor if you kind of wanted him here, and we could have a chat about it, and then see what a more reasonable number, you know, he'd be, I suppose, interested in accepting.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah. Come over here.
I have a question. Have you guys discussed anything if, let's say, we were not even in the picture? Have you guys discussed anything as what you would do on behalf of them not using it and you guys having it, or would they just not take anything?
No, they weren't. I'll be honest. It was kind of it would still remain a joint thing until it would come to us using it. Because I'll be honest, we're pretty much at the point where, don't get me wrong, we still have people around up and down, but it's not necessarily consistent all the time. But us using the lab, regardless of whether the key is stolen, it would definitely lead to a war. Because I mean, we're at the point where if we caught Rust trying to take it, and we, I suppose they didn't take it, and we put them down, then that would escalate into a full-blown war. Like, we found there people just genuinely around the area. They're just watching us 24/7, you know, in hope that we go and cook in a meth lab. It's been a very entertaining 4 weeks. Let me just...
So, I'm not talking as far as somebody taking it from you guys,
Mhm.
but like, for example, they're not using it, from my understanding, and you guys are. So, they either we get cut into it, or they get nothing, and you guys just use it however you were going to anyways, correct? Is that what would be if we weren't involved in the picture?
Yeah, if you guys weren't involved, I mean, they were assisting us with cooks whenever they had people around, but unfortunately they're just not very deep at the moment either, you know?
Got it. So they would still be cooking and they would help you guys cook if we were not involved in the picture.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, let me call him.
Yo, what's up, Denzel?
Yo, Taylor, are you free to come through to the observatory?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just pull up, bro.
Alright, yeah, for sure.
I'll see you soon.
Round about.
Bye. Yeah, I mean, personally, like I say, 7 is, you know, extremely high. I don't think it's even reasonable. I think 7 would potentially be a stretch for full price for the specific lab, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Where is the lab like located?
You guys don't know?
No.
Right, so off the city does, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't take a genius to work out. It's, I may as well, it's at the wind farms.
Okay.
Like near the power plant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is there like
run.
not a lot of
What's
options
the-
there?
What's the area called? Like, or whatever.
So it can be the Palmer Tower Taylor Power Station, or it can be the wind farms. So in the wind farms itself, there's 5 locations. The power station obviously is its own kind of location. And then there is obviously Purple Dinosaur, and then there's the Smoke on the Water weed growing place. So, you know, to completely survey those areas every day doesn't really take much if somebody's just putting cameras up continuously, you know?
Not many places to go.
No, exactly. It's
Yeah.
And that's kind of why, like I say, you guys approached us, and it's I suppose it's about being realistic with what kind of we want to achieve with it as well. With that being said, like meth is something that I'm very interested in. I've always been very involved in it. I'll be honest, I sold a lab to you guys before. Back when I was in BSK.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Let me talk to my guys real quick.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my god.
You think they're gonna be like, oh, it's such a small area, we should just take it instead? Fuck.
Yeah, maybe they might steal it from us.
I don't know. Maybe we gotta.
What's up, guys?
Yo,
yo.
what's good?
Yo, yo.
What you saying, Finn?
What we saying, chill, bro?
Huh?
Oh, maybe they've come for the auction as well.
Yeah, maybe they heard about the lab too, and they're like, ooh, PD needs a lab. Yeah. Yeah, they're just chit-chatting about the lab and everything right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
What's been said so far?
The price is a little bit steep, but rather than that, it's a shit like
What price?
just like
I just pretty much said that, like, for no questions asked, you guys would, like I say, part with it for 7. But I said that's massively negotiable. So they're just pretty much discussing. They haven't even said a figure, So
Yeah, that was a price I just chucked on the table that would.
yeah, I mean, you'd have talked that without even asking anyone else.
Take
Yeah.
it without,
Yeah.
But I think what would you guys be necessarily happy with getting?
I mean, if we're talking about just the value of a lab, half, so like 5 mil.
To be honest, I would say that with any other lab, but because the location and how hard it is, I would say, honestly, it'd probably be like at maximum $8 million lab,
But if Hydra are involved, are people really gonna try and go for it?
That's the thing, yeah.
That's where my thought process is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it may be a hot lab right now, but if
Hydra's involved, will they even touch it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if Rust find out that Hydra are involved with it and we're out, then I don't think they're gonna touch it with a fucking barge pole, to be honest, bro.
Yeah.
That's my thought process behind it. Yeah, sure, it's quite hot and shit like that, but I mean, with Hydra involved, I don't think anyone's gonna touch it.
I mean, at the end of the day, chat.
You're not wrong there. I mean, at the end of the day,
we still take the full risk here,
But yeah, with that, thinking of it that way, yeah, you're kind of right. And this thing being said, boys, regardless if we share the lab or not, our relationship does not change,
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Whether you guys need more supplies, this or that, nothing changes,
Bro, what the fuck is up with these cops?
I think they're looking for someone.
And if they bring up like the issue with the price, I'll say exactly what I just said to you guys. Like, are people really gonna touch the fucking lab if you guys are involved?
Yeah. Me personally, I think 3 to 5 mil is like really good for it.
The lowest of lows, I think we'd take is 4.
What?
And it would have to be really good reasoning. But we'll see what they say, right?
Yeah. Hola.
Hello.
Yo.
What's up?
What's going on, boys? So, yeah, what's going on? Hearing you guys are wanting a pretty insane number.
What, 7 mil?
That's pretty crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, that was just a figure that I chucked up in the air that I would take in like a snap of a finger. I think we all know that was a bit of a crazy figure, you know?
Yeah.
That wasn't anything too serious. I think in terms of actually a serious figure, I think just for our 50% of the lab, yeah, I know it's a hot lab. Obviously, Rust and shit knowing exactly where it is. But with my thought process behind it and you guys wanting to get involved with it, I don't think Rust will even try and touch it if they know you guys are involved instead of us. So, I mean, I think probably 5 mil is what we take.
You would take 5 mil.
Yep, for our 50%.
How much do you? Okay, how much do you value? How much do you value a lab at?
I mean, like any old lab, bro. 10 mil.
Okay, so let's say you value a lab at 10 mil, and then you want your 50% while knowing the lab is hot as fuck.
Okay, but you're missing the point of me saying that if you guys are involved, are anyone really going to touch it? Probably not.
You say that, but
Says who?
It can be sure, yeah. It's a risk.
Bro, Rust are one of the most delusional gangs there is, man. Listen, I went to war with them for like 3 weeks. They won maybe like 2-3 fights, and the only reason we ended the war with them is because one of their gang members went behind the entire gang's back and they gave us $1 million. If not, we would have still been in a war for another week or two.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Rust
It's also a lab with not many places to go. Every other lab is valued pretty high because you can move around if it gets spotted.
Yeah, I get that.
So 10 mil is kind of, yeah, it's a good price for labs, but not this one really.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a pretty shit location. I think that's fair to say, but I mean, what would you guys offer?
I'll be honest right now, I have no idea. But if I'm being blunt with you, it wouldn't be anything near 5 mil.
Okay. What about 4? And that's the lowest I'll go.
I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't think we're anything near 4 mil either.
That's crazy. How many cops have driven by?
Yeah, they're trying to be nosy, probably.
Hmm.
One's on the hill.
Someone.
Are they waiting for like?
What the fuck, man?
Maybe there's just spotted out the shit, you know?
They probably think something's gonna happen.
Oh, I think they might have checked your G-Wagon.
Oh
right?
shit! Fuck. Maybe.
No.
You're fine.
They were,
anyways.
if they did that, they would already be fucking swarming us. They're just cruising through their nosy.
Okay.
Nah, there's something to it. They're chasing
Yeah.
someone and they came around this area or some shit.
I mean, my other suggestion when I spoke to Denzel about it was us sharing it 3 ways, but I don't really know how that's gonna work because that's a lot of groups to share one lab, you know?
I mean, realistically, how often do you guys cook?
I mean, we haven't really had the opportunity to cook because of Rust. We'd be cooking in it as much as possible if we could. Like we don't have like it's Mandem that have the keys, so I mean like we can't really just go and cook whenever we please, you know? I mean, yeah, as much as it is 50% of our lab, we still rely on Mandem to be around to be able to cook in it. And it's ultimately up to them when we do cook.
Hmm.
Like, would you be going to cook anyways, knowing that Russ is like looking for it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just I think it's a bit of an inconvenience if you're having to take 6 people to go and cook every time, you know?
I mean, you guys don't do that anyway.
I mean, we haven't.
So how many times have you guys actually cooked
Who like Ballas?
Yeah.
Honestly, not that many. Probably like 3-4 times. Honestly,
Let me talk to my guys real quick.
Alright. I ain't going any lower than 4 mil.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get what they're saying, right?
No, 100%. Like, yeah.
Like, and they're trying to put the point across that we barely cooking it, but I mean, at the end of the day, like we would be coming with you guys as much as possible, you know.
Mm-hmm. I think that's probably. I think what they don't. I think they kind of see it as you cooking and then us cooking, when actually it's always been a combined. Yeah. So maybe I don't think they know that, you know.
Yeah, they probably think that like you've cooked in it loads more than we even have been, you know, but that's not really the case.
Yeah.
Like that 4 mil figure is not going any lower at all. And that's why I brought up the whole freeway sharing it, but at the same time, that's really, is that gonna work?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same
I mean,
time,
if we were to share it 3 ways, how would that work?
I don't know, bro. I don't know how it's gonna work with you guys sharing it with them, to be honest. Because they're gonna want access to the key.
Yeah.
I think you guys might have got yourself in a pretty sticky predicament.
Yeah. See, I think we run at risk of what's it called? It's a leap of faith, you know.
Like,
So
I get it.
It is a sticky predicament. So, I mean, at least if you guys get money out of it, and say shit goes south, at least you guys benefited out.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what we're, you know, in regards to money and monetary kind of issues. Like, we were, if worst case scenario we lost a lab, like, we want to make sure you guys are compensated, you know, because at the end of the day, you still backed us when it went south before. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we lose it, yeah, okay, whatever. It's just gonna be, yeah, upsetting for about 10 minutes, and then but we don't want you guys to, you know, feel like you've literally gained nothing off as a whole. I think this was, that's kind of the main thing.
Like, at the end of the day, our relationship will stay our relationship, and like, regardless, we want you guys to at least feel like you guys weren't shit on, you know. So like, if we take that leap of faith with them and share it with them, and shit goes south, sure, you know, we'll just get the money and we'll go buy a different lab. If worst comes to worst, you know, like money isn't really an issue for us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we at least want you guys to benefit out of it, regardless if it goes south or not, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Like another thing is as well, like they clearly want access to a lab, because like, why are they going back and forth negotiating when they could literally just walk away and be like, yeah, fuck you guys, we don't want anything to do with this ridiculous money offers, you know?
Yeah. You don't know.
I mean, bro, I think 4 million is definitely fair. Like, bro,
I'd say
cars
3
these
to 5
days
is fair, yeah.
worth 4 million. So, I mean,
yeah.
If they're going the whole hot lab route, I'd say drop 2 mil off that price, so 8 mil total. I'd say that's probably fair for what our lab is worth. At a push 7.
I mean, worst case scenario, like I say, nothing happens here today. Nothing happens here today.
yeah, we'll see.
All right. I'm gonna be very blunt about this to both of you guys, okay? Because I'm not about doing, you know, sneaky shit, okay? Especially when it comes to a lab. I'll go to war with someone for, you know, like a spray or two or some petty shit, but I don't have the balls to go yoink a lab from someone. That's just, you know, it's heartless shit right there. So I'm just gonna be blunt with it, both of you. I think having Hydra involved in this lab, adds so many layers of protection. I mean, to be honest, I think we're by far the most active gang right now. But so anyone that wants to go to war with us, we're more than down to if they want to try to join collab if we end up having access to it. So I think that alone adds a lot of value to the lab. So this goes to both of you guys. And listen, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, okay? Like MDM side, if we're gonna have to pay for some, I feel like you guys should help us pay for it, just because, like I said, it adds a value to the lab and adds an extra protection. If it comes down to it, we're more than willing to go to war with you guys for the lab. And on the Ballas end, I mean, I just think you guys don't really cook on it to begin with. So, I mean, you guys asking for that to me is a bit crazy. I mean, I think you deserve money? 100%. Listen, you're part owners of it, okay? I do think you should get something, but I just think for most, that's just how I feel. At the end of the day, it's your guys' lab, so you guys can decide what you guys want to do.
I mean, I get it. I truly do. As you said, like, you guys being involved does add a lot of value to it, and that's why my price for you guys buying this out was so high. Because if I'm honest, bro, I don't think anyone's gonna touch that lab if you guys are involved with it. I'll be completely honest. Like, I mean, yeah, you'll probably get
people have said
like
Mandem would
us that
pay.
try, but they'll get soon put back in their place, you know.
See, the problem with the lab is, you could have the
Sorry, I've not been
weakest
reading chat.
gang ever that probably wouldn't win a war. All they have to do is catch you slipping one time, and then you lose that key, and then you can't cook. They don't have to even cook in it for months, and ain't no way in hell I know anyone. My people are gonna sit there and try to figure out who took it and when they're gonna cook in it again. So for a lab that's hot and people know where it's at, I just know that it's gonna be something that we're gonna have to be worried about at all times.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I mean, listen, we'll let you guys talk. You guys decide how you want to do it. I don't know if you guys want to each think about it yourselves what you want to do, but that's just how we see it.
yeah. I mean, we can obviously talk to our boys and obviously talk with Mandem as well, see what they want to do about it. But